Welcome. It's yours truly here. And we got a very special show because these two lying bastards right here, these two, they have something mixed up. Should be Carcino's fearless. That's what should it be. Because I seem to be the fearless one here to say what needs to be said. Most of these people are not fearless. They're not fearless at all. They want to look fearless. Now, these two lying bastards have been going back and forth, right? Except for Stephen A. He ain't gonna open his mouth no more. And the reason he's not gonna open his mouth anymore is because he knows he has nowhere else to go. So the only thing a liar could do, somebody who's scared, somebody who knows they're lying, and they know what they address it, and they gotta explain themselves, it's over. Because they have no explanation. They can't get out of it. It's the figure four leg lock. So now you know you're in the grease. What are you going to do now? Because you can't lie your way out the situation. You're done. So when it came to old fatback over there, Whitlock. Whitlock is a better writer than Stephen A. He's always been a better writer. That's what he had going for him. So the fact that he was a better writer, he used that as his confidence. It fueled him. It made him seem like he was bigger than what he actually was. And because of that, everybody had to atone. And people be like, oh, wow, he must really be something. This guy could write. No, that dude's a kiss ass for white America. That's Whitlock's whole thing. He will find a way to blame the black man. Says he hates racism, but calls out every inequity that he can to try to spin it on a black man. Stephen A., another guy who caps for white America. Oh, the drug dealers part? I didn't see that part, Eric the Red. I heard about it, but I haven't seen that part. I will go back and check that out because that is very interesting. But let's get into this now. How did Jason Whitlock come forth with the new information that he had? Remember, when he responded to Stephen A., he didn't have all this information. When he came back, he had a lot more information, didn't he? How did Jason Whitlock come up with this information? Did he do his research? Did he go and check? He was watching me. But it was more than that. It was more than that, people. He wasn't just watching me. Bam. You see, when he was exposing Stephen A, you see what happened? I emailed him. Can you read the email I sent him? What it says? You both ain't it. That's how the email starts. You both ain't it. You guys can verify that. But he was on the team, but he never played in a game. Plus, Coach Gaines' book will explain his exit. Stephen A lied. Coach Gaines coached 3 more years after he claims his article made the coach retire. Coach Gaines retired because in 1993, they changed the rules and said that if you are 70 years of age, you have to retire. Stephen A is lying. And I sent him the proof. I sent him the proof. So if he was going to take Stephen A down, go ahead and do it. But you, fatback, didn't even give me my credit. You didn't give me my proper etiquette. When I got the information, I gave the person his proper etiquette. When I get information from somebody, if they want their attention, I will give them their proper etiquette. You act like you did research, and that's a lie. That's a lie. You said on your video you did the research. The result shows that was a lie. You didn't do the research. I read Coach Gaines' book. You did not. That's why you told it in the fashion in which you did. You saw highlighted notes. Had you actually read it and got deep into it, you could have explained it better. But you only went over a couple of lines. That's why your video was so bland. Because you missed the most important part. You just wanted to focus on basketball and what the part he got on the team. Had you kept reading, sir, you would have gotten more out of it. You could have informed the people a lot better. But you didn't, did you? And not only that, you decided to take another route less traveled by. He said, you start the email off with you ain't. I said, you both ain't. I mean, I'm not going to lie to the man. The only reason I gave him the information is because he's doing a great service. It's like the lesser of two evils. I said, hey, you going after him. And I'm in full agreement. So as you can see, that's where he got his information from, because if he had that information, he would have said it the first time out the gate. But he didn't have that information. Nope. He was going off the fact that Stephen A played in the game. And I keep telling him he never played in a game. I keep trying to tell him that he never played in a game. And not only did he not play in a game, I sent you the photo, buddy boy. I sent you the team photo with Stephen A on it, so you could know Decino wasn't capping. I said he was on the team. He was on the team, but he never played in a game. He was on the bench, never got in the game. KB know the truth, because I told KB. So why you didn't tell him how you got the info, fatback? Why you go out there and lie to the people? Because that's what he does. He lied. He didn't say, oh, I got this information from him. Nope. He lied. He act like it was all him all the time. Well, we know what Stephen A is, but we also know what old Whitlock isn't. And to me, that's more important. Kempo Karate. Shouts out to Kempo Karate. That's the art I studied. I studied Kempo. One of the many arts. Thank you. One of the many arts I've studied. You're absolutely correct. So I want to know, Fatback, why you didn't mention me? Why didn't you say, even though I called you, said you ain't shit, you just proved you wasn't shit. When you just went out there and lied and took credit for something you didn't do. You did none of the research, Fatback. You did none of it. I can see if you did a third, a quarter, a half, a millisecond. You did nothing. You proved you were a hack. We know Stephen A. Smith is a hack. He mad I didn't say it nicer. What was I supposed to say? I'm not gonna come through the door lying to pretending to be this guy's friend. I don't like him. I don't like neither one of them. So I'm not going to pretend to be your friend. For what? But it proved my point. My point was that neither guy was worthy. They both are trash. Right what my email tells him. You both ain't it. But he was on the team. But he never played in the game. Plus, Coach Gaines' books will explain his exit. Stephen A. lied. Coach Gaines coached 3 more years after claims his article made the coach retire. Coach Gaines retired because in 1993 they changed the rules and said that if you are 70 years of age, you have to retire. Stephen A. is lying. So, you knew. You knew. You knew he was lying. So what did you do? You said, I got to go get Coach Gaines' book, didn't you? And you went to Coach Gaines' book and you started to go through the book. And I told you what? What did I tell you? Stephen A. is not mentioned in the book. But I told you what? You wanted to go get some highlighted notes on Coach Gaines, his recruitment, and what it took to get him on there. And you didn't give credit to who you should have gave credit to. I did it to see what you were going to do. I was like, let me see what he do now. Now, I already know what Stephen A. is. He can't, ain't nothing he could do to explain himself out of his situation. We know what he is already. So once people know what you are, you can't explain your way out of it. You already there, dog. You are already there. You can't explain your way out of it. We didn't saw what you done did. You done crossed every human being on the planet and lied. You crossed Allen Iverson, lied. Crossed Kobe Bryant now, lying. All you are hypocrites. You're a hypocrite and a moron. You went up against Kobe Bryant once he was dead. You switch sides and start now capping for LeBron when you used to call LeBron out on his bullshit. Now you kissing ass to him because he's in LA and you've been told. But you got a lot of other stuff going on too, Stephen A. Oh, don't think we don't know. You've been biting bulls for a minute. You've been crossing your legs and biting your lip for a long time, buddy. Oh, I know what you're doing too. And I know why you're doing it. Just like I told everybody, I know why you own YouTube now. Remember what you used to say about Kwame Brown and everybody else? Oh, they some bloggers. I got a job. I'm sorry. I don't have time to go back and forth with bloggers. But what are you doing? You going back and forth with bloggers because now you are blogging. Are you talking about sports? Hmm? Are you talking about sports? When you're talking about Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, talking about Beyonce on your platform, hmm? Talking about Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, you're blogging. That ain't got nothing to do with sports. You've been blogging, and now you've been getting popular off blogging off of trending topics. You know nothing about the sport of football, so you shouldn't even be commenting on it. You didn't even interview anybody that knows something about it and let them educate you. You just go up there and wing it like you did in the UFC when you was up there holding a microphone and had to go out and apologize because Whitey told you. They had a guy that was supposed to talk for ESPN and he couldn't do it for the UFC pay-per-view, and they pulled him out at the last second, and you was there watching the fight, and ESPN told you to get up and grab a microphone and go to work. And you did. And now you're hoping they feel gracious enough to offer you a major contract to return back to the station. Max wasn't fired because of Stephen A. Smith. Max was removed from First Take because of Stephen A. Smith. He threatened to leave. He threatened to leave, go to Fox, work with Skip Bayless, and they didn't want that. They don't want to lose Stephen A. to Fox. That'll make them look awful. Max got his money, he's kicking back, and he's just living off his ESPN checks. ESPN got to pay out the rest of his contract. So you'll hear from Max. Max just taking a whole year, chilling with his family, relaxing, doing something he never really had a chance to do. Now he's paid to do it. Now, let's get back to Fatback over here. Fatback has messed up everywhere he went. Fatback can't go, he didn't kiss the white people's butt, but he can't even go to Fox. Why not? They should love you, right? You kiss up to the whitey. That's all you do. You go on Megyn Kelly's show. For what? She don't have nothing to do with Stephen A. Smith. She barely know who the hell he is. But you want to use her platform, the white lady, to talk about Stephen A. You lost points. You just helping her show along because that's all you been. Good old fetch boy. Old whitey. He can't even go to Fox. That's how bad he done screwed up. Oh, Pat McAfee got people there, the old ESPN heads, who are still in the way, still holding on for dear life. But Pat McAfee can mention them and not get suspended. He can mention them and not get fined. If Stephen A. ever said anything about Norby Williamson or whatever in that way that McAfee did, Stephen A. will be fired immediately, terminated. Oh yeah, Eric the Red, thanks for your super chat, bro. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Well, what say you? That's what everybody else will put down. What say you? Now that everybody get on the spot. No, I don't. You think I walk around here hoping and wishing and praying that this guy give me the attention I am deserved? No, I'm just pointing out the fact of where he got the information from. And I knew he wasn't going to mention where he got it from. He wanted to act like he came up with it because he put his brain to work. So this is just to let the other people know. So in case he come with that bullshit again and keep talking about his research and what he discovered from researching, he discovers he got that from me. That's how I know he don't have researchers and he don't know how to research because he didn't know where to look. He didn't know how to get it. How you don't know how to get it? How you didn't know how to be a journalist and find that information out? It was really simple. No, because I'm watching everybody else do they shows based off that and was like, man, Whitlock did his homework. No, he didn't. Once he saw my information, he watched my video. He saw my video. He saw me put that up and he just ran with it. He never mentioned the white grandma. And now y'all see he was sent an email by me with all the information in there. Then you saw his latest video he did when he started talking about Coach Gaines. He never mentioned Coach Gaines ever. He never mentioned Coach Gaines' book. He didn't know anything about Coach Gaines' book. He never looked. So that's how his information changed from the next video he did. He was more informed, right? But I waited to see was he going to give me credit, and he didn't. And I just looked and I said, yep, I knew it. I knew he was going to act like it was all him. To prove that dude, only thing he pulling up to is the pizza shop and the rib joint. Mr. Bill, if he had all this information, he would have said it before I sent him the email. He released this video, and then I put out the email. I emailed him. And once I emailed him and told him that everything that was in Coach Gaines' book and everything else, he never looked. He looked up my video, saw my video, everything. Look, here's the thing about Fatback. Fatback understands what he is. You know how many times he's been told he's a piece of it from everywhere he has worked? There has been conflict. Everywhere he went, there was conflict. This is the bottom. This is it. This is his last he hove. He didn't got with these right-wing conservatives because those are the people that's going to keep him afloat long as he keep kissing the ring. He already is a kiss ass. So this fits his narrative right away. He don't like his own kind because he grew up being bullied. He was big, he tried to play football because he was fat and big. He figured like might as well do something useful. So he went to Ball State. He over there getting on the line, trying to play football. Maybe that can get him some hoes, but hey, they ain't want nothing to do with him. Plus, he wasn't good at football. He was just big. Right, going in there, stinking up the joint. It's cool to be the guy in the writing room, and he could write. No one could say he couldn't write. He would write some engaging articles. They would be full of bull, but he could write. He would put a period and a comma right where they need to be. That period and comma is always right where it needs to be. Nevertheless, accepting no substitute. So once he found out he was good at something, it fed a false sense of hope and reality. He gathered his confidence around it. So, of course, he hates the brothers because brothers used to roast him every day. Kids be walking up to him on the playground, talking about, like, look, dog, they ain't made a shirt that can cover up his whole belly. That's what they mean by letting it all hang out. How your folks let you get like this? They be like, dog, this dude probably ate his folks. So he grew up mad, getting teased every day by the brothers. So, of course, he found solace in going with the other side because all they did was make fun of him. So Fatback then heard every joke ever told about him. There ain't no fat joke he ain't heard. Now, Stephen A. Yeah, he is Dr. Evil. He is Dr. Evil because all he does is evil for black men. If you're a black professional athlete, oh, he don't like you. You got to bend down the massa. You got to do whatever the massa say. Oh, see, they lie to you because I'm so close to the camera. See, if I back up, you see damn well I ain't nothing like Fatback. Where do you see me like Fatback? See, don't let the camera fool you. Everybody who walk up on me on the streets go, damn, Sino, I thought you was this big fat dude. I'm like, stop letting these people lie to you every day. Sino has never been like that. But I'm glad y'all believe it because y'all zoom up and you see my face up close and you think I'm fatback. I ain't fatback. No. Yeah, we got nose of royalty from kings and queens had these nose rulers. The first man, they had these noses. So that's where the nose comes from. Since you wanted to get nosy, pun intended. We on fire tonight. Now, I ain't plump. I'm made of steel, baby. Duro steel. Now that we have addressed this, we have put this to rest. Tammy bigger than me. That dude got boobs. He ain't in a position to talk about anybody. Take the Lakers and the points. So shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Shouts out to the Dreamers Pro, Ticket TV. Welcome to HD IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Don't forget to go to the Patreon, the Carcino for Life Patreon. I know y'all saw it yesterday and it was crazy, but it's way more stuff on there. I told you, we got over 2,000 items on there, over 2,000. So it's way enough for everybody on there to see stuff. And we keep updating it. As once again, we're the most active user on the Patreon. We take our bow. We did have to slow down because they were like, we love it, but my goodness, you're just like popping out videos like teeth. And there's some exclusives that never come to YouTube. And they never will. They for Patreon only. I probably should have did a Patreon version to this. But I didn't feel we there yet. I'll see where this goes. Hopefully this is the end of it. I just wanted to point it out that you lied. I gave you the information and you ain't used it properly. But I feel like I got a little something to say, but I'm gonna do that on One Crack News. So get ready. I'm gonna go on One Crack News and do something. Yeah, I'll do it over there. All right. I'm out.